Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. I think it's Sunday. Is it Sunday? It's Sunday. It is noon. I'm in Malaysia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So what do I talk about on my live stream? Well, my live stream is all money. It's about getting you money and helping you understand that even during difficult economic times, there are people who are still making money. So I am focusing on business. I am focusing on opportunities. I am focusing on history so that you understand that you do not have to stay broke. You do not need to be broke because there's always money being made. So I'm going to take things that are in the headlines, current events, and I'm going to translate that for you in a simple way so that you can understand what is happening globally and domestically so you can start making strategic, objective decisions about your ability to prosper and earn money, okay? The only thing that I ask is that you give me hearts. And the reason why I ask for hearts because it's my goal to help as many people as possible. And the only way that I can help other people, as many people around the world, understand what I'm saying is by you tapping the screen and giving me hearts because the TikTok algorithm pushes us out. So if you are broke money and you want to go to new money, I got you. If you have money and you're worried about becoming broke money, I got you. And if you're new money and you want to become old legacy money, I got you too. The only thing that I need you to do is to tap that screen, give me hearts. I need you to focus. I need you to focus. This is a different type of live stream than you're accustomed to, okay? This is about, there's no bullshit here. There's no bullshit here. So you really got to focus on what I'm saying because I'm actually trying to help you unlearn some things you've been taught so that you can relearn how the game is played. If you don't know me, my name is Tara. I am a digital nomad. I am from the United States. I was born, made, and raised. I lived in Silicon Valley for about 25 years. And currently right now, I'm in Malaysia and I'm getting ready to go to a new country because I travel the world and I earn money online. Okay, I have a degree in business and international economics. I love economics. I love history. I love business. Did you hear me? I love cash. So if you're interested in learning how to tap that cash, stack that bank so you can stash that cash, welcome to my live stream. I don't care what your education level is. I don't care what your work experience is. The only thing I care about is money and getting you money. Do you understand? Keep your religious preferences, your racial preferences, and your political views out of my live stream. So if you're okay with that, let's roll forward. So if you understand me, please tap the screen and give me hearts. I do block. I do block. I block for the simplest reasons. So if you have no interest in being blocked, I suggest you hold on, see, watch. If you have no interest in being blocked, I suggest you focus, you ask relevant questions. I block for the simplest reasons because I don't want any distractions, okay? Now, what are we talking about here? If you've ever watched me before, if you haven't, welcome. Business. Business is made up of two things. It's made up of opportunity and it's made up of history. It's those who make history and those who become history. I want you to listen to what I'm saying. Typically, when history is taught, it is taught from the perspective of victor and victim. No. I'm rewriting this. The purpose of history is either to make history or to become history. If you don't believe me, Google it. Those who had horses got replaced by automobiles. Those who read and dined by candlelight got replaced by the light bulb. That is the essence of what history is about. Now, because it's about money, it typically impacts us socially. I want you to understand, history is about money, it's about opportunity. Now, the problem is that most people, common everyday people, do not understand what risk and reward means. And when you don't understand risk and reward, typically you run around with a chicken with his head cut off. What does that mean? You base your financial decisions off of emotions instead of analyzing the numbers, analyzing the facts, analyzing the movement of money. If you're with me, tap the screen. If you're understanding, you're with me, tap the screen. And that is how middle class, lower poverty level, income levels, that is how you suffer. Is because people who go to business school and people who go to Ivy League schools, they're able to take a step back and they're able to see the whole playing field. Because most of us have been geared to work for someone else, we've been told what success looks like, welcome, and how you're supposed to achieve it. What happens with that paradigm, what happens with that system is that when you have a technological revolution, what's happening right now, old ways of earning money really mucks up your life. I'm going to repeat that. When you have major innovation, technological advances happening, which is happening right now, your old ways of generating an income is basically obsolete. That is why you're having a difficult time either getting paid what you're worth or securing or landing a job that actually gives you the lifestyle that you're worthy of. When you are no longer able to obtain employment that is worthy of your education, your expertise, your knowledge, and your skill set, that is one of the first economic clues on a personal level that actually impacts you. And I need you to be able to understand what I'm saying. Is there something wrong with you? No. Is there something wrong with decision making? Yes, because you keep trying to do something that is not generating the income that is worthy of you and the lifestyle that you desire to live. Perfect, Maria, I got you. By the end of my live stream, I am going to give you guys a feasible, I consider not risky at all, solution that is in alignment with the digital wave. The purpose of a digital wave is to stack cash. It's to earn bank. I don't believe in weathering economic storms, and anybody who's in my live who thinks you need to weather an economic storm, you need to scroll, because that's old thoughts. Those are old ways, and that is a rich man's game. Poor people cannot goddamn weather an economic storm when you barely have 2 pennies to rub together. You know who rides economic storm? The rich, because they can afford to. So the purpose of my live stream is not to get you to ride economic storms. My goal is to get you to ride an economic boom. Listen to what I'm saying. I told you I'm here to change the way you think. You think because the rich is getting their ass tapped by changing industries that you as everyday middle class, lower income earners, you're supposed to ride that way. No, you're supposed to ditch their bullshit, and you're supposed to align yourself with an economic boom that's happening. And that is what my live stream is here to teach you and get you out of that old way of thinking, because it's going to be a disservice to you, okay? If you're with me, let me know. Now, I know I have a few people in my life. Y'all need to give me, I need to see the red. I need to see the love, okay? Because I'm going to hook you up, and I'm going to give you information that helps help things make a lot more sense, okay? So let me tell you what's happening. You got risk and reward. Risk is something that, thank you, Gwendolyn, risk is something that makes average people uncomfortable. Let me explain to you why risk makes you uncomfortable. Because you're told that risk is a bad thing. Now here's the screwed up part. You go to school, okay? You graduate from high school. Some of you go to college. You take on student loans, tens of thousands of dollars in student loans. You go to school for years, and then you graduate thinking, hey, I got a job. Guess what? You got student loans and you don't have a job. Now, why is that a problem? Because if you actually get a job, let me tell you what's going to happen. You may work 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years on a job, and you walk away broke. How is it that working for a company for 10, 20, 30 years is not a risk, but investing in yourself is a risk? I'm trying to educate you on the fallacy of what you've been taught. You've been programmed that you are safer to work in a job at the risk of not having any retirement money and getting laid off because you are of a mature age. Does that make any sense? The risky part is going to work for someone else, being at their disposal, and then being tossed. You have to be able to objectively look at situations. Anytime you work for someone else, you give your power away. You give your economic power away. And that's another reason why you are playing a rich man's game. And you need to stop playing their game because you're not going to win. The only way you're going to go from broke money to new money is by identifying opportunities that's in alignment with your wallet, with your budget, that is essentially risk-free, and that's going to maximize your income earning potential on your terms. Do you understand? Now, if you're scared, you can't be scared because some of you have just gotten laid off. You've gotten kicked to the curb, kicked to the curb by a company. So don't sit in my live stream and tell me that you're scared of taking a risk on yourself, but you're not scared of having your student loans default because you don't have a job, having 4 years of your family and friends sacrificing time with you because you went and got an education that has proven to be worthless and obsolete. And now that you got that education, you have quantum computing, AI, automations, and robots and algorithms that can beat your ass 24/7. You can't compete. So don't come here telling me you're scared. Don't come to me with your confidence issues. You need to focus on cash, cash, money, money, cash, cash. Money, money, cash, cash, money, money, cash, cash. Because that is what bosses do. Your feelings have nothing to do with what's going on here. And the only way I'm going to get you from broke money to new money and from new money to old money is by you learning how to critically think and objectively analyze the options that are in front of your face. Are you with me? Let me know if you're still with me. Okay. Now, what's going on right now? You have to choose between risk and reward. Now, the problem is that you have these educated elite trying to tell you to buy stocks when the economic fundamentals do not make sense. When the government is slashing spending, when consumers are slashing spending, and businesses are slashing spending, there is no damn way that stock market is supposed to be green. And it's ethically wrong for analysts to sit here and tell you to buy when you can't afford that risk. Now, why am I talking about the stock market? Because a lot of you like to think when you see green, that means green. A lot of you think when these analysts tell you to buy because the market is green, you think that means green. That type of green is not going to be the cash you want. That type of green is going to lead you to losses. So sometimes there's people who are talking to you and they're telling you things and you're taking it at face value instead of looking at the basics. Let me tell you what the basics are. Economies grow when small businesses are thriving. The U.S. economy is built off of the backs of small businesses, not major corporations. Did you know that? So when small businesses are shutting its doors, when small businesses are going bankrupt, you must understand it is because of you that the U.S. economy is, was, and will ever be what it is. So why is this important? This is important because you've been trained like a goddamn puppy to go look for a job instead of standing on your own 2 feet, getting your spine straight, and getting that cash on your own terms. If you want to make America great again, let me tell you what you're going to do. You're not going to do it by getting a job. You're not going to do it by getting a handout because President Trump is slashing the social net. What does that mean? Welfare, Social Security. He's slashing it. He's slashing it. So what do? I'm going to tell you what you do. But I need to get the cobwebs out of you, and I need to change, I need to change how you're thinking about situations, because let me tell you, if you don't think differently and you don't have a different mindset, There is no way you're going to be able to tap that cash and stack that bank in the digital wave. The digital wave is quick money. The digital wave is easy money. The digital wave is legal money. Did you hear me? It's quick, it's easy, it's legal. Now tell me, when have you ever heard of a way to earn money that's quick, that's easy, and legal? Normally it's quick, it's easy, and it's illegal. This is legal, 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 legal. It's so legal, I want you to look at that iPhone that you're with. If your iPhone is legal, earning money in the digital wave and the digital industry is legal. So first thing we have to do is we have to get out of our emotions, and we have to stop allowing other people to cloud our judgment. What is risk and reward? Risk and reward is a balance between, hold on. Risk and reward is a balance between potential loss and gains, losing, winning. So when you're trying to make a decision about risk and reward, it's basically wins and losses. Now, when it comes to opportunity, you have money and you have time. A lot of you are wasting a lot of time. You're wasting a lot of time. And if you don't know this, time is money and money is time. Your time is worth more money than what you're getting paid. So unbeknownst to you, you may be getting an hourly wage or a salary, but there are hidden costs, there are sunken costs that are tied to you sitting in traffic for 2 to 4 hours, or you sitting in a job, sitting at the water cooler, gossiping and not adding value. There are costs to your daily working activities that you are not being paid for, which means you will always be in the hole. You will always be in the red anytime you're working for someone else. If you're understanding what I'm saying, tap that screen. You are not getting paid for all the time that it takes for you to be an employee. You will never win. This game is stacked, it's rigged against you from the jump. You are working to make a few people millions of dollars while you are trying to find 2 pennies to rub together. No. That's old ways of earning money. We're going to get you to new ways of earning money. So when it comes to risk and reward, you who have a job, you are in a risky situation. Even though you're getting a paycheck every 2 weeks, maybe every month, you are in a highly risky situation because your employment is questionable. You don't know when you're going to be laid off. You don't know when you're going to be fired. You don't know if you show the hell up, if you still have a place to sit. So how do you not see that as risky? When you have a job, the risk is higher than you see. Thank you, visionary. And you must find a way to accept that truth. Because in order for you to be able to, in order for you to be able to identify opportunities and make money off of opportunities, you have to be able to see hidden costs. I said that. There are costs that are hidden to you that you're not aware of. And then there's sunk costs. Sunk costs means you cut your losses because you're not winning. The point of a reward is that it's higher than the costs. And because you're not taught about opportunity costs, you think that because you got that W-2 job, you're living in suburban America, you think you're safe. No, you're living a pyramid scheme dream. And unless and until you are able to create and sustain an income that is yours, you're going to be at risk. And you're particularly at risk now because we are at a time where it's pivotal. Because of what is happening economically, you have a recession, you have a bubble, and you have a boom. Listen to me. You happen to be alive at a time where there is an economic recession/depression, there is an economic boom, and there is an economic bubble. Now, if you don't know what an economic bubble is, an economic bubble is like the dot-com bubble. People are making bank, pigeons and bluebirds are flying through the sky, and just cash is just coming out their wings. Now, are there any business fundamentals, economic fundamentals to support this? No. The government is slashing spending. Consumers don't have the money they used to, and employers are laying people off. So how is it the stock market is going up and all of your wallets are going down? Think about it. Bye. If you have no patience for my live stream, you got two options. You may leave or you may go to my profile. I want to be clear. You can sit and get informed by me and then I will give you a solution. Or you may leave my live stream and go on with your life. Or you may go to my profile and the answer you seek is there. Real talk. I won't be upset. Trust me. I will not be upset. But what I will not do is I don't tolerate bullshit. So you move on, you kick rocks, and let's see if you can find another live stream that's going to give you this information. Bunny ears, goodbye. Now back on topic. There's an economic bubble. An economic bubble happens when there are investments and money being made and the fundamentals are not there. Spending is what keeps an economy strong. Thank you, Eric. Spending is what keeps an economy strong. And if I told you that spending is being cut, the stock market is supposed to move in alignment with spending. Listen to me. If spending's going up, investments are going up, then technically the stock market should go up. But there's a lot of industries that are going down. So how is it that pretty much all around the board, the stock market is going up in many industries, but when you look in reality, there's a number of businesses that are going bankrupt, there are places that are foreclosing, and there are people who are economically suffering. So that is how you know you're being presented an illusion, which is creating delusions. And I'm asking you not to step into that not to step into quicksand. It's quicksand. It is illusions and it's delusions. Next. What do you do about a bubble? Let me tell you what you do about a bubble. You don't touch a bubble. I don't care how much hype. I don't care what your best friend said. I don't care what your friend at the country club, the local convenience store. I don't care what. I don't care who is telling you what. I don't give a damn if your gardener pulled up and a goddamn Rolls Royce. Did you hear me? I don't care if your gardener pulled up in a Rolls Royce and told you you need to get in this. I'm telling you, people will lose their shirts, their shorts, and their shoes in a bubble. You leave a bubble alone because it's risky and you don't want to pay that price if you end up on the wrong side of that bubble. Got it? Good. Now, what is happening right now is very similar to the Great Depression. If anyone knows anything about history, the Great Depression, before the Great Depression hit, people were booming. Things were booming. Money was flowing. People were having a good time. Things were going well during the Great Depression. And then guess what? The boogeyman, the Grim Reaper, the economic Grim Reaper knocked on the door and it all went to pot. You are looking at a situation right now where if you're on the wrong side of this, you're going to be recession money, which means no money. If you're playing with this bubble, most of you are going to end up on the broke money side, and there's going to be a few of you who end up on the new money side because you made an objective strategic decision that is based on facts and figures that supports that decision, not hype. Yes, the Dust Bowl too, not hype. You're making smart decisions like 1 + 1 = 2. You say, if I invest $1, I get $1, I got $2. That makes sense. When they tell you 1 + 1 = 3, 1 + 1 does not equal 3 unless there's a lie. And that is what an economic bubble is. It is a lie. And it's a way to trick you guys. I can understand you. It is a way to trick common everyday people into losing their nest eggs. That is typically what happens. And my goal of my live stream is to get you to step out of that and see that there's a better way, There's a stable way, there's a safer way, and there's a logical, objective way for you to beat what is happening right now, okay? Now, Trump has admitted that his goal is devaluing the US dollar. Hold on, I want to make sure you're with me. President Trump has just admitted that his goal is to devalue the US dollar. I want to make sure y'all heard me. Now, what does that mean? Well, you kind of already know what it means. It means that you can't buy as much as you are accustomed to with the US dollar. Now, don't get angry. Don't get angry. Don't panic. I'm going to explain this to you. Do not get angry. Do not panic. These are economic factors, okay? These are economic factors. These are how you navigate situations. Why would he want to devalue the US dollar? Let me explain to you. It is not because he wants the US citizens to suffer. He is looking at a longer term view that will reinforce and strengthen the US economy and the position of the US in the world playing field. Now, short term, it's going to hurt. It's only going to hurt if you don't have enough money. Now, why does he want to devalue the dollar? Because when he devalues the dollar, outside people, outside countries want to invest in the US economy. He wants people to come in to invest in the US. Let me give you an example. There was a period of time where outsourcing was an economic boom. Outsourcing is a period of time where US-based companies would go to developing countries and set up industries and set up corporations because the labor was intelligent, but the labor costs were cheap. Okay? We went to places like India. We went to places like China, and we set up call centers, manufacturing. We did in Mexico. We did all that. Now, what Trump is doing the reverse. He's reverse engineering this. Back then, we went to China, we went to Mexico, we went to India. By devaluing the US dollars, he's going to cause industries to kind of reverse back into the US because it's going to make more sense for companies to set up shop here. But here's the problem. Wages are going to drop. When wages drop, you're not going to be able to afford the basics. But that's not bad. Let me tell you why. Because if you have your own business, I told you I got a solution for you at the end of my live stream. I told you I got a solution for you. So don't get caught up in your emotions. Just bear with me. Be patient. If you're losing your shit, all you got to do is leave my live and go to my profile. Real talk. If you can't handle what I'm doing right now, it's okay. All you have to do is leave my live, go to my profile, and my website's there, okay? Are you with me still? Are you with me? So by devaluing the US dollar, it's going to cause other businessmen, other industries from outside the US to invest in the US to spur growth. He wants to use outside money to strengthen the economy of the US. He's using other people's money to rebuild the US. It's similar to what happened in China. It's similar to what happened to India during the outsourcing economic boom. Now, if I don't make any sense right now, guys, you're going to have to forgive me. All right? But I'm hoping there's people in my live stream who understand what I'm saying. So he's reversing the process. Now, in the meantime, while the U.S. is being restructured, being transformed, our economy, thank you. What is the outcome? The outcome for you is that people who want a job, who's seeking a job, you are going to get shafted. You're going to get shafted. That is why I need to explain to you the importance of having a job that earns you money within the digital age. Anytime you're rebuilding, you have to tear things down. Think about it. Anybody who invests in real estate, who does development, they go in, they tear down a building, and they rebuild in the vision. Trump is in the process of restructuring, rebuilding the U.S. In the process of that, You guys have to step up to the damn plate and do your part. And doing your part is not looking for employment, because you can't compete with robots, but you can have your own business. Just because wages drop does not mean you have to sit back and swallow it. No. This is the other point of my live stream, is to help you understand where to go, where to look, and how to think. So is the US dollar being devalued? Yes. Is it the same as inflation? Yes. What do? You need to get an alignment with the digital economic boom. I told you a few minutes ago, there's a recession/depression, there is a boom, and there is a bubble. I'm going to tell you where the boom is. It's in the digital industry, and I'm going to tell you where to look for your benefit. Are you with me? Are you still with me? I don't know who this is, but you have caught my attention, and now you're gone. All right? All right? So, he's going to make the U.S. more competitive because it's going to be cheaper to produce goods in the U.S. It's going to be cheaper to produce goods in the U.S. He is making the U.S. cutthroat competitive. Now, if anyone knows anything about cutthroat competitiveness, it's kind of like price wars. Does anyone familiar with price wars? A price war is when businesses are slashing prices. And whoever can slash the prices the deepest and the longest will win. So he's doing cutthroat competitiveness on a global economic scale to reshift the scales back in the favor of the United States, because we have made a lot of unfavorable trade deals that have worked against us and have pushed us into greater debts. Now, if you don't know it, the U.S. economy is in debt, just like some of you. And when you have more debt than income, that is bankruptcy. So he is working to keep the U.S. from imploding and exploding. If you don't know this, the Roman Empire was a great empire until it wasn't. The British Empire was a great empire until it wasn't. The Ottoman Empire was a great empire until it wasn't. The Chinese had a great empire until it wasn't. So Donald Trump is trying to make sure that we do not become obsolete. Now, I think you can get behind that. I think you can get behind that. All right? Moving on. You need to be able to identify opportunities that have relatively no or low risk. If you are an average person anywhere in the world who's been playing, hi Quentin, thank you, who's been playing by the rules and been playing it stable, you got an education, you've been towing the line, you put your head down, that's not going to work anymore. That's not going to work anymore. Back in the day, that was safe. Right now, that is risky. It's risky because you have quantum computing, you have AI, you have robotics, you have automations that can work 24/7, essentially for free. Robots don't need holidays. Robots don't need healthcare. Robots don't need 401ks. Robots don't need time off. And robots have no feelings. So now, you used to be able to sit in a job and let your ass go flat and wide. But guess what? Companies can now pay $30, $40, $50, $60,000 one time for a robot that's been programmed to do a job. And that robot doesn't have to talk. Unlike humans who have an opinion, robots don't need to talk. They just give answers and do what they're told. That is why having an employment, having a job, is now become risky, because it's an old way of earning money. How much time I have left? 30. All right. You with me? You with me? Okay. I'm pacing myself so I can keep y'all with me. Now, this is not about fear. This is not about panic. This is like playing basketball. You still need people to service the robots, but you're not going to need as many people. You're not going to meet, you're not going to need as many people, humans in the workforce that we used to have. So what's the solution? You can either wait 15 more minutes, or you can go to my profile. Very simple. All right. Now, the purpose of all this information is I need you to think about things differently. Okay? I want you to think about things differently. Back in the day, you were told that you go to school, you take student loans, and then you pay the student loans off of 100 years. Okay? You were taught that you go to school, you take out student loans, and then you know what you do? You pay that off over the next 100 years. No, that doesn't work. That paradigm doesn't work anymore, because the salaries and the hourly pay does not support your future great grandchildren will be paying back your student loans from 2025. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. And I'm going to explain to you why that doesn't work, okay? So, devaluing the US dollar, there's going to be more inflation, there's going to be reduced wages, and there's going to be an influx of investment from foreign investors into the US. This is cutthroat economic competition, and in the short term, citizens are going to feel it unless they get to where the economic boom is happening. Now, I'm going to take a sidebar. I'm going to pivot slightly. Trump is also cutting funding for Ivy League schools. Johns Hopkins University, I'm spreading it around. I'm spreading the love around. Johns Hopkins University is a renowned Ivy League school. Johns Hopkins University is cutting 2,000 jobs. After 800 million cut? Let me tell you why Johns Hopkins University is cutting jobs. Because the U.S. government has just cut hundreds of millions of dollars of funding to Johns Hopkins University. Now, what does this mean? It means professors are jobless. Johns Hopkins is not the only one that's going to be impacted. Columbia has also got funding cuts, but Columbia has gotten funding cuts for reasons of intolerance. But why is this important? Academia. You got the public sector, which is the U.S. government. You have the private sector. You have academia, all getting impacted. So you're going to have all kinds of people with experiences and education, all in an unemployment line that no longer exists, because the unemployment agency is probably going to be tapped also by Trump. This is why it's critical for you to understand your education is of value. Your experience, your knowledge is of value, but it's not the same value that you're used to looking at. You have to pivot. We have been taught that you get in one industry and you sit your ass there like a sloth, like a rock, and you just sit there. When you're in the digital age, things move quick. Sitting in an industry for 10, 20 years is no longer the play. It's not the play. It's not in the playbook. Now, no one's telling you this. Johns Hopkins does do critical research, but guess what? So does quantum computing. Because of our great software engineers, our software programmers have programmed so well that they have programmed themselves into the unemployment line within 12 months. And they've created such great technology that quantum computing and AI coupled together can do better than what human research scientists can do. So I want you to imagine applying to Johns Hopkins University, and the renowned professors that used to be there, the tenured professors that used to be there, some of them won't be there. Some of those professors, tenured professors that would sit on their high horse and collect, grants and money and funding and, research papers and all that, they're now become obsolete. Now, you would say Trump is wrong for cutting the funding. Trump cuts the funding because he's trying to save the U.S. government. But either way, whether Trump cut the funding, quantum computing and AI was coming for their jobs. Whether Trump cut the funding to Johns Hopkins University or not, you need to understand Quantum computing and AI is coming for a number of industries and is going to rip through them. That is why you need to get on the side of the digital wave. You need to stop fighting AI. Stop fighting quantum computing. Stop fighting algorithms, automations, robots, and you need to get and working with it, because that is where the money is. That is where the future is. You want to know why? You have countries like Saudi Arabia, countries like Taiwan. You have rich countries pouring billions, trillions of dollars into this industry. Why? Because it's going to make bank. It's already making bank. The problem is that some of you are lagging behind. Some of you are lagging behind because you refuse to accept the changes that are happening in front of your face. To earn money in the digital age, you must be adaptable. I know a number of us, we were taught to sit down, play by the rules, bide our time, and we will win in the end. That doesn't work anymore. You have to shift, you have to get a move, and you have to be able to make objective, strategic decision making when it comes to your income earning potential. So now you have tenured PhD professors now standing in the same non-existent unemployment line as you. Columbia is going through the same thing. Columbia is having funding cuts. So now you have Johns Hopkins, you have Columbia. Don't you know the other schools is going to get hit too? Now, where is this leading to? You're thinking, how do I get an education if professors are being laid off and the schools don't look the same? It's called e-learning, baby. It's called e-learning. I told you I would bring you to a solution. Let me know if you're ready to go on. When I see those hearts, I know you're ready for me to wrap this live up. How much time I have left? 10. I got 10 minutes left. Let me see the string of hearts if you're ready for the solution. I'm going to explain this to you. You think change is bad. Destruction is just making room for creation. Destruction is making room for creation. The e-learning industry is a part of the digital wave. E-learning is a part of the digital economic boom, the economic wave, the digital wave. The e-learning industry uses the technologies of automations and AI to teach people online. Now you're thinking, what do I know? I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to teach. No. Everybody, thank you, Sarah. Everybody has value to add. You just have to put on some new sunglasses. You got to put on some new lenses, and you got to see things just a little differently. I am pushing your mental boundaries right now. I am pushing your mental boundaries. You have to be able to dream. You have to be able to have a vision. Now, you think AI just popped up 2 years ago. No, AI's been around for 10 years. You have to be able to dream, because a dream is what created an iPhone. A dream is what created your electric vehicle. It's dreaming. So I'm here to push your mental capabilities. Stop doubting and start seeing where the money is. Money is in the digital industry. Now, do you have to go to school for AI? No. Do not spend tens of thousands of dollars trying to get a degree in AI, okay? Because guess what? AI is going to put software programmers out of a job within about 12 months. Did you hear me? Software programmers have done such an excellent job that within 12 months, 90% of code that is written will be done by AI. Listen to me. There's a CEO of an AI startup in San Francisco that came, an article was written that says in 12 months, AI will be writing 90% of programming. That means software engineers, 90% of them will be unemployed. Worldwide. Don't you think you want to become friends with this economic boom? Don't you think? Now, this CEO basically is warning software engineers, software programmers, he's giving you 12 months to figure out another plan. I'm told you I'm here to translate. I'm here to translate. The U.S. Treasury Secretary said the U.S. economy is slowing down. Let me translate. It means you need to stop relying on the job. You need to get a business. I told you I'm going to translate. Now, what do? E-learning is a part of the digital industry. E-learning is a $1.5 billion daily industry. I want you to hear me. I said $1.5 billion daily. Did you hear me? The e-learning industry right now is earning $1.5 billion daily. By 2027, it is projected to double to $3 billion daily. Now, what do? Let me tell you what you do. Let me tell you what you do. To make an income as easy as possible, as I consider it risk-free. In my opinion, it's risk-free, and I'm going to explain to you why. To make as much money as possible, as easy as possible, as quickly as possible, the e-learning industry, it's booming. It is booming because of AI and automations. E-learning uses the technology of AI and automations to earn people 100% profits. Now, if you don't know how to earn 100% profits, let me tell you how you earn 100% of profits. That means you have no expenses. Typically, when you have a business, you have overhead, you have salaries, you have inventory. I want you to imagine having a business that does not cost you anything to have, because you have an online automated system that works for you 24/7. I said it uses automations. Automations is a part of the digital economic boom. I said AI. AI uses the technology of the digital economic boom. Now, what makes e-learning sweet? Let me tell you, there's no permits, there's no gatekeepers, there's no regulators. It's easy entry. Do you have to create anything? No. It's already created. Now, how do you make money? Let me tell you how. First, instead of spending $1,000, $1,500 on the latest iPhone, or buying the newest flat screen TV, or upgrading your gaming system, if you would have taken one time only, 600 or 300 or 100, if you would have invested one time only, 600 or 300 or $100, you would have had an automated online system that's already built, that works 24/7, that can earn you money 24/7, passive income off of a 2-hour workday. Did you hear me? A 2-hour workday. You have your own version of a money-making robot. I call it a money-making robot, which is an online automated system that's in the e-learning industry that works 24/7. Now, what have you done? You have aligned yourself with companies that are laying off people and bringing in robots. Instead of hating companies like Amazon and Tesla for using robots and automations, you now align yourself on the money side. You're now on the money side, using some of the same technologies that have put you out of a job. Do you understand the magnitude of what I'm saying? One-time payment of $600, which is 40% cheaper than your iPhone, you can now have an online automated business that puts you in an industry and which is causing you to lose your job. Now, why is this important? Investing in yourself is going to safeguard your financial interests while our economy is transitioning, while our economy is being destroyed and remade. Either you find a way that is essentially risk-free and maximizes your ability to earn money, or you get pushed further down into poverty. This is called real decision making. Because if you can afford an iPhone and you can afford to upgrade your iPhone every 3 days, if you can afford to pay for a gaming system that earns you no money, and you have this humongous ass flat screen TV on your wall, I'm asking you to think about this very carefully. If you do not believe what I'm saying, you need to start talking to people about who has a job, who hasn't, who does not. And if you think that you can drive 18 hours a day for Uber, Lyft, and give away 50% of your money, and you think that's a smart decision, no. You're scared about risk. The biggest risk is not taking action. The biggest risk is thinking that the old ways of you generating your income is still going to work. I told you, Donald Trump's goal is to devalue the US dollar. That means you need to be able to stack cash quickly, easily, and legally. Now, if you think you're going to keep doing what you're doing, you're basically trying to run up a hill that's having a landslide. If you think you're going to keep being able to run up a hill that's having a landslide, good luck with that. You're going to end up at the bottom. The smart move is to analyze what this woman is saying, that would be me, and think about this logically. AI and automations, quantum computing, robotics is going to be heavily leveraged in businesses. There is a business in California that uses robots to fix potholes. You know potholes on the freeway? You used to see people with trucks fixing potholes on the freeway. There are companies right now who are using robots to fix potholes in California. So, do you want to keep resisting the inevitable, or do you want to put your ego to the side? Think about what I'm saying logically, because the people who move early are the ones that stack that bank. Early movers are the ones that stack that bank. If you look at the gold rush is a part of U.S. history where people, the colonies, didn't think gold was real. They were laughing their ass off. There were a few people that said, oh my, gold, oh my, gold. They ran west while everyone else was still laughing. The early people secured the best land, got most of the gold, and then when the rest of you got your shit together and you tried to go out there, guess what? You ended up being gold sharecroppers. You were selling your shoes and socks just to rent a piece of land that more than likely barely had any gold on because you were too late. The e-learning industry is a $1.5 billion daily industry. It is going to $3 billion daily. You can get in this because you're going to get an automated online system and you're going to get a reskilling manual. I'm going to tell you this. You get an automated system and you get taught how to earn money digitally online using that automated system. To earn money in the new way, you got to have the skills, the knowledge, and the technology. Listen, skills, knowledge, technology. If you have skills and knowledge and you don't have the technology, you're not going to make money here. You can't half-ass and you can't pussyfoot. So if you have any interest in leaping over this economic transformation that's happening by the devaluation of the US dollar, you see, I don't care about the devaluation of the US dollar because I get paid daily. You get paid every 2 weeks, I get paid every day. You sit in traffic for 2 to 4 hours, I work 2 hours. You have to ask permission, I don't ask a damn thing because I have my own automated system that works for me 24/7. You earn 100% of the money. 100% of the money goes to you. I don't make any money off of your automated system. You need to understand me. That's me, do not earn anything off of your automated system. You earn 100% of the money. Now, if you don't understand what this means, I can't help you. Yes, you do. I don't earn any money off of you having an automated system. When you have your own automated system, let me tell you this. When you have your own automated system, you are your own boss. You are your own boss. That is how you weather an economic storm. You get self-employed. You align with where the money is pouring and flowing, and you stop taking risks that you cannot afford. Now, anyone wants to know how to do this, let me tell you what you do. All you got to do is go to my profile. My website is there. How much time do I have?
About 5 minutes.
All you got to do is go to my profile. My website's there. There's no reason why you're sitting with a cell phone and you're not earning money off of that cell phone. Very simple. Anything I've talked about, you can Google. I want to repeat. You can Google what I said. You can Google about the digital industry, because anywhere you go, you see billboards that talk about AI, robotics, algorithms. You can Google the e-learning industry being $1.5 billion daily and projected to become $3 billion daily. That's called a microeconomic boom. And a microeconomic boom is the side that you want to be on. I repeat, it's the side you want to be on. Now, how do you do this? Well, you have to make a decision. Either you sit and you wait until the dust settles, or you move before the dust settles and you secure your position. It's very simple. This is not a complicated thing. Whatever's happening around us is not going to stop, because it's gaining momentum and it's the time for destruction and transformation. When people get on the news and powerful government people and CEOs come in the news and they tell you what is happening, the things is that you guys don't understand what they're telling you. They're actually trying to do you a favor. They're trying to warn you to take action. But for some reason, we have this complex of thinking that we're going to be saved. During the Great Depression, it was hard. Now, people were earning money during the Great Depression. There were industries that were thriving. So even though a number of industries got hurt and shut down, industries like automobile repair, entertainment industries, all that was still thriving. So what I want to share with you is that a recession doesn't happen for everyone. People who see where the money is and they move there, that is why you see some people who are happy during a recession and most of them are not, because you did not shift your position on the board of money. You're playing chess, money chess. Money does not disappear. Money just moves. And if you refuse to move with the money, and you thank you for the gift, and you choose to be stuck in your ways, and you think because you have this great grand education that guarantees you something, I need you to talk to the professors at Johns Hopkins University, because I can guarantee you they thought they were safe. They thought that there would never be a day as a tenured professor that you would be laid off from a prestigious university. If you ask any professor from academia, they would have never thought in their wildest dreams that they would be laid off from an Ivy League university. So if Ivy League professors are being laid off, what do you think is going to happen to the rest of the schools? If Ivy League professors are getting cut, don't you see where this is headed? This is dominoes. One domino has been hit. Second domino has been hit. That means all universities are going to be hit. Now, how do you get an education? I already told you, e-learning is the future. I have 2 children. I have a 16-year-old daughter who's turning 17 next week. I'm very happy. I have a 16-year-old daughter who's turning 17. And I have a 13-year-old son. They are digital nomads. My children are digital nomads. They're living a dream that adults fantasize about. Now how? Because my children attend an online private school. Did you hear me? Online private school. So I'm already ahead I'm ahead, and the purpose of my live stream is to get y'all to see you can be ahead too. You either fall, thank you, they said happy birthday. You either, thank you, Lisi, either you fall with the rest or you rise with the best. You fall with the rest or you rise with the best. And the only way you're going to rise with the best is you got to take action. You got to take action. Because if you got fired, you know what you're going to do? You're going to take action and you're going to file for unemployment, right? If you got fired from your job, John, just go to my profile. If you got fired from your job, let me tell you what you do. You would take action and file for unemployment. So if you can take action, file for unemployment, take a salary cut from unemployment, you definitely can take action on this. Another thing, some of y'all, you keep sending out resumes. You can take action on resumes. You can take action on the risk of getting rejected. Thank you for the gift. You can take action on the risk of getting rejected, fired, laid off, and a salary cut. But you can't take action on a 2-hour workday, daily pay, and 100% profits? You can take action on having a roof, clothing, and shelter over your head by having a job where you're more than likely going to retire broke. But you cannot take action in an industry that is beginner friendly, that's easy, that you will get reskilled, and you have a automated money machine. Automated money machine. It's not ATM, it's AMM, automated money machine. What are we doing? So guys, this is the end of my live stream. Anyone who's serious, who's curious, who's focused, who understand what I said, you can do this anywhere in the world. I am from the United States. I lived in Silicon Valley for about 25 years, but I'm born, made, and raised in the United States. I'm in Malaysia right now. I've been in Malaysia for 90 days. I'm getting ready to go to a new country, and I'm going to be there for 90 days. Where I'm going to surprise all of you. I am a digital nomad. I am a digital nomad, which means digital money. Digital money is the future. Digital money is the future. Taking risky decisions is no longer good. Taking on massive, I used to be, taking massive student loans is not wise. Taking on debt when an economy is crumbling is not the wisest decision. You need to understand smart money-making decisions. And one of them is not taking on unnecessary debt. The point of e-learning is to get you reskilled, get you knowledgeable, and get you up and running sooner. The old ways of getting an education and the old ways of earning money is what's going to keep you broke or make you broke. People no longer have to sit for 4 years to stack money. College students, high school dropouts can do this. Did you hear me? High school students, college dropouts, high school dropouts can do this. There is a new way to learn. There's a new way to earn, and it's called digital. And the sooner you get over yourself and stop listening to these fake experts who are lying to you, the sooner you can stack your cash. 100%. I gotta go. Thank you. Everything is on my profile. My website's on my profile. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day.